Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to discuss about polymerase chain reaction or PCR. In this video I just give you a brief intro. So first I will discuss what is polymerase chain reaction, what are the components of PCR, what are the basic steps of PCR, and in the last but not the least I will discuss what are the advantages of PCR. So without any further ado, let's get started. So the first is, what is polymerase chain reaction or PCR? Basically, we know that is a technique of molecular biology. Why we use this technique? Used to amplify a single copy or a few copies of segment of DNA. What is the meaning of amplify? Means number of copies. So is used to amplify a single copy or a few copies of segment of DNA across several orders of magnitude and generating thousands to millions of copies of particular DNA sequence or target DNA sequence. So we can say that is a technique of molecular biology that is used to amplify a single copy or a few copies of segment of DNA across several orders of magnitude and generating thousands to millions of copies of particular DNA sequence. Now, why it is called a polymerase chain reaction? Because the only enzyme that we use in this reaction is DNA polymerase or tag DNA polymerase enzyme. And why it is called a chain reaction? Because the products of the first reaction become the substrate of the following reaction. So why? So that's why we are calling polymerase chain reaction. It is developed in 1983 by Dr. Cariomullis. After that, he received Nobel Prize in 1993 in chemistry. Now let's move. What are the basic components of polymerase chain reaction? So here we have some basic components of PCR. In the left we have the components and on the right we have a purposes of these components. So let's see. The first we have primers. What is the purpose of primer? It directs the DNA synthesis to desired region. And we have two types of primers, either forward primers or a reverse primers. Second we have DNTPs or adenine, guanine, cytosine or thymine. These are basically the building blocks that extends the primer. The third we have potassium chloride, that is monovalent cation or a salt. What is the purpose of potassium chloride? For optimal hybridization of primers to template. Next we have the tris buffer that has a pH of about 8.4. And what is the purpose of tris buffer? This buffer is used to maintain the optimal pH for enzyme reaction. Now in the next we have the magnesium chloride, that is basically divalent cation. What is the purpose of divalent cation? It is required by the enzyme. Next we have polymerase. What is the purpose of polymerase? The polymerase enzyme that extends the primer. Last we have the template. What is the purpose of template? The sample DNA that is being tested. So here we have some basic components of PCR. First we have primers. Second we have DNTPs. Third we have potassium chloride. Fourth we have tris buffer. Fifth we have magnesium chloride. Sixth, polymerase enzyme. And the last we have DNA template. Now let's move. What are the some basic steps of PCR? So here we have some basic steps of PCR. In the polymerase chain reaction, we have three major steps that are repeated for 30 to 40 cycles. The first step is denaturation. Means the double helix separated out each other after heating. And the temperature for the denaturation is 94 degrees Celsius for maximum 1 minute. The second step is annealing. In this step, we add the primers, either the forward or the reverse primer. What is the temperature of annealing? 54 degrees Celsius for about 45 seconds. Next we have extension. In this, the two double helix that are separated about each other, these extend. And what is the temperature of extension? 72 degrees Celsius, because that is the ideal temperature for polymerase. And what is the time? For about 2 minutes. The primers that we have added extend each other, and two double strands are separate about each other. So here we have some basic steps of PCR. In future lectures, we will discuss briefly about all these steps. In the last, we have some basic applications of PCR or polymerase chain reaction. As we know that is a technique used in molecular biology. So that is used, the first we have that is used in molecular biology and the genetic disease research for identification of new diseases. The second we have for the pathogenic DNA. We can also amplify this pathogenic DNA by using the non-primers. In the third we have in the field of anthropology and evolution, the sequence of degraded ancient DNAs can be tracked after PCR amplification. Fourth we have with its high selectivity and sensitivity, PCR has also been used for wartime human identification and in crime labs for forensic casework. Fifth we have it can also be used for malignant diseases like leukemia and lymphoma. Sixth, it can also be used for detection of specific malignant cells, infectious diseases like mycobacteria, viruses and tuberculosis. In the last, it can also be used for site-directed mutagenesis or introduction of mutations at desired place. So here we have some applications of polymerase chain reaction. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and share our channel. And for my untitled handwritten notes, you can follow me on Instagram. Thank you and take care.